Hi guys, welcome to or back to the channel. I hope that you guys are super excited for today's video. This is a different one. I'm trying to switch it up and do a little bit different content since I kind of been struggling with that, honestly. That's why I haven't been dropping a whole lot of content lately. But I know that you guys would rather see some kind of content than nothing at all, so that's why we're here. As you guys have probably seen, Ezra's supplies got delivered. We are still a long ways out from him coming home, but they try to get you like super prepared ahead of time, which I do appreciate. So just don't want everybody to get their hopes up that because his supplies got delivered, he's coming home like next week. He has rhinovirus, so he is now in isolation until the end of June. He'll still have to have another surgery after that, and yeah. But regardless, his supplies got delivered. I thought this video would be helpful for other medical moms, or honestly just anybody in general that's gonna have a trach baby or a G-tube baby, or just if you're curious how I have organized their supplies. I thought this would be a good video. I am going to say a little disclaimer. It's a hot mess around here. The playroom is coming together, but it's not quite done yet. I'm going to be dropping a video in a couple weeks, hopefully, giving you a tour of the playroom and Ezra's nursery. I've been working really hard on it, so I hope that you guys love it. It's super cute, super homey. Yeah, I'm very excited to get in today's video. I think that it'll just be helpful for honestly any mom. I mean, even if you don't have a medically complex kid, I think that it'll be good just to kind of see like how we organize even common supplies that we use. So I'm just gonna get started and show you guys, give you a little tour. You guys notice I always wear my hair up, and you know why? Because if you have children or young children, you know they yank it. The boys, that's the first thing they want to do is grab my hair and pull it. I cannot wear my hair down anymore unless I'm like going somewhere away from them. Also, I just wanted to share really quick before I get started that I made a post on my YouTube community tab, but I also wanted to let you guys know in person on the camera that sometimes I don't respond to comments. It takes a lot of time to respond to all you guys' comments. I try my best to respond to comments when you guys are asking questions, but honestly, when I get on my YouTube studio, it like shows me all of the comments from every video I've posted, like in real time. So like people are commenting on old videos, like videos from a year ago. And so it's just really hard sometimes to like follow the comments and keep track, but I do read almost all of the comments. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I do see most of your comments as long as like I am able to see them pop up. I try to heart and like the stuff that I have seen. That way you guys know that I do love you and appreciate you. I love reading you guys' support and I appreciate it 100%. So I just wanted to throw that out there too. Let's get started. I'm excited to show you guys. It's kind of messy, so bear with me, but okay, very basic idea, but we go through so many diapers. So this is on the back of the playroom door. And then we usually put wipes, but we just ran out of wipes too. So that explains why there isn't any in there. I didn't really want you guys to see this yet either, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So this is our board for nursing. Okay, so I flipped the camera. But anyways, this is basically Croy's schedule, Daxton's schedule, nap schedule, other things. We really need to add some more stuff on here, like when our next supply order is due, and just a bunch of different stuff to keep us on track. Obviously, when Ezra comes home, he'll be up here and the naps will get moved down here. So it's basically just like Croy's pump settings, times that he eats, his meds and the dosage. I even have like his Tylenol dose on here. Same thing for Daxton. He's off feeds for 6 hours a day now, so we just have to keep track of when we take him off. His meds, Tylenol dose, their nap schedule, if they wake up at what time, lay them down again at what time. Feed changes are due, so this is obviously old. They need to be updated for tomorrow for them to update their feedings. When their G-tubes are due to be changed, and then their G-tube sizes, because they all have different G-tube sizes. Basically, that's our board. So I'm gonna take you to the fridge really quick. Okay, we're at the fridge. So this is a magnetic calendar stuck to the fridge. I like our therapists and people who come in here to be able to see what our schedule is and what days we already have appointments and everything. So that's why this is up here. So you can see like we have a CPR class for Ezra. We have a team class for Ezra. C&D, they have PT at this time. PT, home equipment training. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff on here. And then next to that I have notes, and this is stuff that needs to get ordered for the house. So nurses can write on there, or whoever, me, dad, they see that we have stuff that needs ordered. And then laundry is right next to this, but we have Ezra's cart. So this is his suction. We have to have it packed for our overnight stay at the hospital, our 2-day overnight stay. So this will be his cart that has his supplies, but obviously we don't have everything yet. This is his vent, his home vent, yay. So this is the vent, this is his humidifier. I'll go over all of this later at a different time, but basically this is his tubing for his trach, and this is where he will be connected to his trach. This is for suctioning, all sorts of fun stuff. So again, I'll go over all of that at a different time. So if we go into the fridge, it's hard to see right now because they're on their feeds, but basically I have Corey and Ezra's in the front because they are being taken on and off feeds more often than Daxon since he's on continuous. So Daxon's is back there. So I hang their feeding bags right here after we're done. Their feeding bags to wait for their next feed. And then I have the fridge color coordinated. So obviously Ezra's is not in here yet, but I have blue is Croy, gray is Daxon, and then Ezra is teal. Those colors also coordinate with their medicine for the day. I draw up their medicine on Sundays, and I will do that obviously and refill these, but basically all of Daxon's again goes in the gray, all of Croy's medicine goes in the blue, and then their medications that are refrigerated are in here. So Ezra will be teal, so he'll have his own. And then in these bags, I haven't labeled them, but these are usually full. Again, I need to do that today because it's Sunday. I will go in and draw up Tylenol for the week, and then any other medication that I feel is like an as needed, usually just Tylenol. But I tried to label these with like the labels, but they obviously like get wet and then just rub off. So I'm gonna label their bags and then have a little guide for their colors. Okay, I'm gonna take you into the bathroom next to show you what I have going on in there, and then I'll take you into the closet, which is the most fun in my opinion because it's crazy in there. Right now we have Ezra's condenser. This is what he will use for oxygen. It's sitting right here inside the playroom, but I will probably move it out into the hall like this one, so that way it's like out of the way. They also said that during the summer with all the machines running in one room it can get super hot, so I'm trying to limit that as much as possible. Put Daxon and Ezra's condensers for their oxygen both in the hallway, and then that way we only have like Ezra's trach stuff in here basically plugged in. Also going to show you guys our little closet. So this is right outside of the playroom. So basically in here I just have like scissors, tape, screwdrivers, outlet covers, I mean just random stuff that we need. This is like our sanitizer stuff, so Clorox wipes, a bunch of Germex, the markers for the board, and then this has been stuff that we're starting to pack for Ezra's overnight stay. So this backpack just has a bunch of stuff that he needs. This is his travel vent, so it just is able to go with us. We have two vents, so the one I showed you in the room, and then this is his travel ventilator. They're the exact same thing. One's just for travel and one's for home. And then this is his pulse ox machine, same as Daxon. He has one. He's attached to it right now because he's sleeping. And then this is the closet that no flames can come by. So basically, this is the home nurse supplies. This is feeding bags. Sometimes we don't have room for all of the feeding bags since obviously the boys will have 30 days worth of feeding bags, all three of them. That's 90 feeding bags. Carrying case for Daxon's pulse ox. So all of their carrying cases are in here. That's Ezra's oxygen tank. Daxon's is downstairs, so we have two of those ready to go that are ready to take with us whenever we leave the house. And then this is all of Corey and Daxon and Ezra's oxygen tanks that are now delivered, so we have 5 for each of them. This is a basically emergency tank for Ezra when and if the power was supposed to go out, so we have that. And then this is like a huge emergency tank, so that would last Ezra I think 2 days if the power were to go out or something was supposed to go down. And Daxon also has this emergency tank. It's just downstairs. We kind of keep that one separate so we don't get their supplies mixed up. These tanks are, it doesn't really matter, they're interchangeable, so we can put all of those together, but Daxon does not have one of these big ones. That's just for Ezra because obviously he's a little bit more unstable. And then up there we have burp bags, blankets, other towels, and nothing up there yet, but there is going to be distilled water up there for Ezra's trach. Then we go into the bathroom. There's a lot going on in here. Bear with me. So firstly, this is dirty dishes in here. So this is always dishes. Right now I'm soaking one of these med syringes because it's really nasty, and then just a dirty bottle. So this is what I would recommend doing if you're like on an upstairs level or something. I don't know, this has saved our lives. I have dish soap in this so that we can just do our dishes up here instead of going all the way down to the kitchen. And then I have a bottle brush, you know, in its little holder. And then this is hand soap. So this is just like a little station for that. And then it's kind of hard to see. These are syringes that are drying, and then they're pushers. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I cleaned all of this before I'm showing you guys this. It's not always this clean, so this is what I did because I was filming. So yeah, these always dry like this, and then the plugs go right there, and then this is just other stuff that's drying. So we put the caps for the syringes, any like oral tools that we use during therapy when we wash them, med syringes, like I said, so Daxon and Croy's med syringes. And then we have our little bottle rack right here. So this dries our bottles. This is like filters that we have to wash for the condensers, and Ezra's vent will need washed. So those just kind of hang out there. Measuring cup to measure out their feeds in the mornings when Braxton makes those. And then Daxon's formula is out ready to go along with purified water. So we do that. Meds that are not in the refrigerator go over here. And then on this side, my favorite side, so Daxon has a leaky G-tube. I think I've told you guys about this multiple times, but if you don't know, his G-tube leaks really bad. So what we've been doing is putting a dressing on and then folding up one of these burp cloths basically, and putting it underneath it and then putting a wrap around it. So I'll show you guys the wraps too. But basically that's what we've been doing and it's been working. So what we do is we hand wash all of his dressings and stuff like that. So like this is our drying rack that's over the door. So this is his wraps that go around him. We hand wash these because they get really worn out really fast if we were to put them in the washer every day. We use 2 of these a day, one for the morning and one for the night. So like we would be running through them. We only have 4. And then these, like I said, these are like the pads we put underneath, and we would run out really fast if we didn't hand wash them. So over here is where we throw all of the dirty ones. We know that they're dirty. And then this is laundry detergent. It's Drift. So we soak them usually for like a couple hours and then hand wash them. And that's how we do that. Towels are up here hanging up. And then down here is all of their bath stuff. So we have all of their soap and lotion in here. This is dish soap for refilling the little thing over there. And then of course, just some washcloths for them. In the drawers, this drawer is a kind of random drawer, soap refill, these to wash bottles, lighter to light candles, just some bags in case we need them for anything. This drawer has snacks when they do therapy, baby food for Croy when he does feeding therapy, and then some samples of the pediatric blends we're gonna switch to, some formula, some more food, and then the bottom is cleaning supplies. So I told you guys I use the old bottle brushes for cleaning. So this is for scrubbing the floor, like the crevices. And then this one is counters and such. So I use this to like clean off the counters and get stuff off, so. And then on this side is our formula. So all of our formula goes in here. Daxon uses powdered, Croy uses ready to feed because of his tummy. So yeah, that's all the food. I think that's everything in here. I told you guys it's a hot mess. And I'm gonna take you into the playroom and show you the closet now. So I will give you one little sneak peek of next to Ezra's crib. I have these buckets. I have no idea what I'm gonna put in them yet, but they're ready to go. So I'm gonna ask kind of the nurses what they think, what stuff we use most frequently. And then I have this guy. This is hanging on the edge of his crib. So we have like saline bullets. This is stuff for his lips. They get really dry. Diaper cream. Over here is his thing that attaches to his trach, which is really convenient for his meds. And then we'll put diapers and stuff in here, so whatever else needs to go on there, we can use. And then into the closet. Okay, so there's a lot going on in here, so I'm just gonna kind of like go over the general theme here. So I got a little label maker and just like made these labels, okay? Easiest thing ever. So this front drawer is all normal baby supplies. So for any baby. So we have our lotions right here. This is their hair products for their little mixed boy hair. Nasal sprays and drops, thermometers, teething stuff, all of our Orajel, Tylenol, Q-tips. This is skin creams for like skin rashes or whatever. And then 2 things of booty creams. And then we have like an Aquaphor section. Wipes, so we have like hand and face wipes. Like cleaning wipes for their stuff, which we don't really use because they don't put anything in their mouth hardly. Boogie wipes, we use those all the time. And then Ezra's emergency bag will go right here, but it's packed right now for our overnight stuff. So obviously we're not gonna use it until he comes home. So it's already packed up, like ready to go, just because I don't wanna stress about stuff at the last minute. So everything is like getting packed as it needs to be because I can't do it. So then to the left, this is like mostly feeding tube stuff. So I have, there's syringes up here. The G-tube ones mean they attach directly to their G-tubes. So these syringes are like a special made to attach to the end of the G-tubes. And then we have these. So like this is the med extensions. This plugs in right here to their G-tube, and then like I said, those G-tube syringes hook right on to the end of that. And then I have flush syringes for when they get water flushes when they're bigger. 10 mil slip tips. We can draw up meds from like bottles with this, or use them for G-tube and trach changes, which we usually don't do. More G-tube venting tubes to manually burp them. Inhalers, nose Fritas. This is suctions for Ezra. So we have like the standard suction, and then we have the olive tip suctions for like his nose, which I'm so excited to have. And then this is their feeding tube extensions. So this is what plugs into the end of their feeding bags to feed them, plugs into their bellies. These are Ezra's vent suctions. And then their feeding tube emergency bags. Basically, if the power were to go out for a long period of time and we didn't have their feeding pumps charged, it's a whole kit on feeding them basically by gravity. Okay, then over here, I got these from Target, by the way, guys. So like I have that one big one hanging up, the other big one hanging up, and then this one I just cut the bottom off of, and I still have it in case I wanted to hang it like over here for more supply storage, but I really don't need it because I have plenty of space. But I feel like that's a really good hack. If you have a closet and you don't have like a lot of extra room, I literally just tacked this to the wall, and then I can use it for, you know, supplies. That's the same thing I did with this one, just tacked it to the wall. So if you have a closet and you need to store medical supplies, like that's all I did. So these are Croy's dressings, Mepilex Light. These are Dachshunds during the day. These are Dachshunds at night. So we have the Mepilex and then the quick dressings, the Polymims Croy uses, and if he has like a hurt G-tube or like it's leaking or anything, then we put that on since it doesn't stick, and some Aquaphor. These are like our G-tube pads, so I'm ordering more of these because I really love these reusable ones. They do the same thing. Dachshund can't use them because it drains too much, but Croy and Ezra, I think that these are just so cute, and they're convenient because you can rewash them. Flexi Tracks, this is what sticks to the side of Dachshund to hold his feeding tube so that he doesn't yank it out. And then these are Dachshund's little pads that I told you about, so the ones that help with his drainage. This is our trach center. You guys are probably like knee deep in this video right now and you're like, what the heck is going on? Or like, how are they surviving? But honestly, it's really not that bad. And I'm not just saying that to try and like make our situation not seem so unfortunate, because it really is an unfortunate situation, but it's not that bad. Once we've learned how to do everything, it's really not that bad. So if you're a multiples parent, or if you are a medically complex parent, take it day by day. It gets easier. You see like how truly resilient these kids are, and it makes everything worth it. Plus I'm like living my dream out of being a nurse, basically, in my own house. Not exactly how I pictured being a nurse or where I would have worked, but it works. You gotta look at everything on the bright side. This is going to be for trach changes and trach cares. We do trach cares once a day, cleaning the trach, changing the ties, etc. We do trach changes where we take it out and replace it with a clean trach once a week. This is going to be our cleaning kit. We'll have long Q-tips right here. We'll have the soap that we use to clean his site. These are syringes that you pull out the water that is in his cuff. The cuff is basically what's holding his trach in place in his neck. I'll post a little picture so you guys can see what I'm talking about, but basically it goes down. It's similar to how the boys' G-tubes have balloons, which I can show you real quick. I have them. I just thought this would be beneficial for people to understand. I have old G-tubes. I think, honestly, I kept these for the purpose of showing you how this works. So this is the G-tube, okay? Can you guys see me good in here? You're gonna have to. This is the G-tube. I don't want it to focus on me. There we go. This is the part that is on top of their belly that we see, and where we plug in their feeding tubes, right? No, stop focusing on me. Okay, there we go. That's the part that sits on top of their belly. This is the part that goes down into their belly. These are normally with water, but for purposes. This blows up, and this is what keeps the G-tube in place in their belly. So this is sitting in their belly, this is their skin, this is the part we see, and this is underneath, so it can't get ripped out as easy, okay? So the reason we need syringes in our little changing kit is because whenever we do trach changes, we will, so just picture this like in the neck, we will have to hook this up, right, to his trach and pull, normally it's water, so the water out to make sure it's nice and slim. Pull this one out, and when we put the new one in, we take the water from the old one, stick it in, and inflate it in his neck so that it doesn't come out. Same thing with G-tubes. Pretty simple. I hope you guys loved my visual. Anyways, lubricant to change the trach. You know, put lubricant on it first. Q-tips to clean around the side, like I said. Trachs we don't have yet because we'll obviously have them from his bedside when he leaves. Trach dressings, we don't have those yet either, but we'll have them soon. I also ordered some cute ones, but I don't know if they'll work with his irritated skin. These are trach ties, so these are what goes around the trach to hold it onto his neck. These are backup trach pads in case we run out of dressings, but they're honestly like way too small for Ezra, so we probably won't use those. Gauze is gonna go here. We don't have much yet, as you can see. These are the trach cleaning kits, so after we change the trach we have to clean it, so that's what these are, just basically to clean the trachs. Saline bullets, this is saline that cleans out secretions, so it goes down his trach and kind of cleans out the gunk that's stuck. HMEs is his humidifier that he'll use whenever he is not home on his regular humidifier, so this humidifies his air. These are just vent supplies, so I'm not going to go over all of this, but basically just like his exhalation ports, so how he breathes out, his filters that just filter his air, and then what else is in here? Oh, the little elbow joints. This is kind of for Daxon and Ezra, but it's relatable. So these are their little squid socks that help to keep their pulse oxes on. And then their pulse ox wraps, so this wraps around their feet to keep those on. And then just all sorts of like medical tape in case we need it. These are our pulse ox probes, suction kits. These are a different type of suction that we probably will never use, so that's why it's kind of stuck over the side. Suction canisters. And tubing, so basically what we change out his suction with, and then suction filter. These are heater chambers for his water, where his humidity comes from. And then these are extra like wires and sensors for the vent and dust caps for the end of the vent. Down here on the floor, it's kind of hard to see because it's dark. I have sacks for poopy diapers and more diapers stocked in here. And then like some caddies and some bags over there that you can't really see. Trash can is in here. And then up here I have like scissors, markers, clippers, just random like little stuff. This is face tape, so it's all of Daxon's face tape for his oxygen. And then right here we have more dressings that are not cut yet. So these are our uncut dressings. So all of our Polymems, the pink dressings that I talked about. This is our Mepilex Light, and then this is our Mepilex. Down here I have their G-tube kits for their changes, so they're all labeled with the proper sizes. So we have Croy's, Daxon's G-tube kit, and Ezra's G-tube kit for when we do a change. Their G-tubes have to get changed every 3 months. These are more dressings, more Mepilex and Mepilex Light. I know, it's ridiculous how much dressings we have. These are their feeding bags. So they each get 1 feeding bag a day. And then down here is Daxon's oxygen supplies, circuits for Ezra's vent, and Ezra's oxygen supplies. So that's what all this is. And then up on the top is where we'll keep more distilled water, because Ezra has to have distilled water on his heater chamber on his ventilator. Are you guys overwhelmed? I just got all of this organized and it made me feel so successful. So happy. Yeah, basically anything that these kids could need is somewhere organized in my space. I love how I've organized this stuff. It makes me feel good about myself. I would say it's my strong suit, is organizing. I knew with 3 medically complex kids, I had to be like overly organized, so did the best I could. I'm coming to sit back down because it was a lot. I'm tired. I'm sure you guys are tired watching. No, but honestly, it's not that bad. The key is like to stay organized. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll be back extra soon. So much fun content coming up. We're gonna do Ezra's 48-hour stay, where we have to take care of him for 48 hours in a room with no windows by ourselves. That video last year when we did it with Croy is one of the funniest videos. Me and Braxton were like going insane. Somebody has to be awake with Ezra at all times. That's why you have nursing when you come home. So me and Braxton basically have to rotate for 48 hours who stays awake and who sleeps. He always makes fun of my sleep schedule, but it's like kind of good that I have a crazy sleep schedule because I can stay up until like 5 in the morning and be okay, and he's not gonna be able to do that. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys soon. See you extra soon.